Hey ladies, thank you for tuning in today to High Heels and Destiny. Today is Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday. I hope you ladies have had a blessed and productive week this week. Tomorrow is Monday. Yeah, it's Monday, and I think I got to talk to God about that. I haven't figured out like why do Monday come so fast. Like I just left work like 2 days ago, and it's already Monday again, and I just haven't figured it out. So I think I'm going to talk to God about having 8 days in a week. We'll have 3 weekend days and 5 working days. That would be terrific. Okay, so today I want to talk about Walking Dead. Okay, briefly, ladies, sometimes we're in situations and we feel like we're walking dead. We are present in the flesh, but our mind is somewhere else. We're just going through the motions of a situation. It could be a job, it can be a bad relationship, it can be a business change. It can just be a numerous of things. But one thing about it, ladies, let me tell you, don't allow yourself to be a walking dead person. And this is something that I have experienced, and this is something that I am currently experiencing at the time or whatever. And it is a very tough situation. I really can't get into a lot of details at this time about the situation, but it is very tough. And sometimes I have to tell myself, like, okay, regardless of how the situation is, it's something I have to go through. I have to go through because if God put me in this situation, it's something that I have to go through. And when going through the situation, I'm just like, okay, God, just please help me, God. Give me the strength that I need to go through it and to go through it with a positive mindset. Because the worst thing you can be is a walking dead person with a bad mindset, with a negative mindset, okay? When you go through a situation and you feel like you're just existing in a situation, like you're there, but your mind is not there at all, your emotions is not there at all, it can be a really, really bad situation. And I've been praying and really asking God, like, God, please, God, give me the strength, God, and give me the right mindset to allow me to have the right attitude to go through it. Because in order to go through a situation, you have to have the right mindset. Regardless of what that situation is, you have to have the right mindset. You have to have the right attitude to go through it, okay? And I've been praying daily as I go through, and I'm like, Lord, just please help me. And slowly but for surely, it's really been working, and God been really giving me the strength to go through and change my attitude about the situation that I'm going through at the time. And one thing about it, and I'm learning that sometimes when you go through things in life, it's not always about you. You know, it's sometimes you have to go through these different transitions in life because God have a higher calling and a higher level for you. But in order for you to get to that place, you have to go through a growth process. And God sometimes allow you to go through situations to build different characteristics in yourself. And we may feel like, okay, God, I'm ready for that next move. I'm ready for that next promotion. But God's like, no, 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 you're not. And the reason why is because God knows that mentally and emotionally that we're really not there. But sometimes we feel like, oh, yes, I am. I'm there. But God allow us to go through those dark spots so that we can be the light that shine. And not only that, but He can also characterize our character, because there's things in us that may need to be strengthened. It may be our attitude. Sometimes you can have an attitude and you may be like, you know what, I'm just not going to deal with this person. I don't want to be around this person, but I'm going to deal with these people right here because these people over here, they cool, they nice. But sometimes them same people that you're trying to avoid, God's like, no, no, no. You know, in order for me to promote you to that next level, or in order for me to give you that new start that you want, no, I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you how to deal with what you don't want to deal with, because in life, you can't pick and choose what you want to deal with when you go through different levels in your life. Sometimes you have to deal with all, regardless of who they may be, what color they may be. You have to deal with all people with all different types of personalities. So when you go through a situation, just remember, you don't just want to go through the situation, but you want to grow through the situation. Because when going through, it's very important to have growth when going through the situation, okay? Because growth is what's going to get you to the next level. And without that growth, you're going to be in the same standstill for a really long time. So just remember, when you're going through a situation that may feel dead to your spirit, when you think of it, or when you are around it, or when you go to it, you may feel like, oh my God, like, just to think about it, it suck all the energy out of you. I constantly have to tell myself, like, hey, everything in life is a temporary stop. And regardless of how it may feel, or regardless of how it may be, I just constantly tell myself, like, it's temporary, it's temporary. And I be like, God, just like, give me the strength, God. Just please give me the strength, God. Like, help me. Like, I'm serious, you guys. Like, sometimes, like, I cry and I'm like, oh my God, like, God, how am I going to make it through this situation? And it's so hard sometimes or whatever. But as I continue to pray, God continue to give me the strength. And as I go through it, I also try to have a positive mindset, a happy spirit, and most important, peace. Because I live by, die by peace. My peace and my joy. My peace and joy is what keep me with a sane mind. Okay? And it's nothing like having a peace of mind, because there's plenty of people out here, but they don't have a peace of mind. Like, your mind is like your transmission to your body. Like, you need your mind. It is what give you direction. And I constantly pray, and I'm like, God, just give me strength, God. Just help me, God. Because one thing about it, God can have you in a transition or on a journey, and that journey may be only for a few days. It may be for a few months, but as we continue to mumble about it and complain about it, we could sometimes delay the process of it. And God may only attend, I'm sorry, for us to be in that transition for a few days, a few months, or maybe even a year or two. But murmuring and complaining about it can delay the process, where we may be in there even longer than what God have wanted us to be in it. So just remember, regardless of what you're going through, I know it can seem really hard and you feel like you're just a dead person walking, but just know that you're not a dead person walking. There's plenty of life inside of you. You continue to push and press and play, okay? Regardless of what you're going through, you continue to push and press, because without prayer, it's not possible. So you continue to pray your way through situations. You continue to ask God to give you strength. And most important, you ask God to change your mindset. Can change your mindset when going through it. Because in order to be that light, in order to make that transition, in order to grow, in order to critique that characteristic in you that need to be changed, you have to change with your mindset. Remember that everything that you do is start with the mind. Everything start with the thought. So no matter how hard it may be, or no matter how ridiculous it may sound, just be like, Lord, just give me the strength. And you don't want to just go through the situation, like I said, but you want growth through the situation. Growth is what's going to bring you out, okay? So just remember, regardless of what you're going through, and I know you may feel like you're the walking dead, but remember, there's life inside of you. And within God, there's life. And you continue to press and push and pray, okay? And just know that God will bring you out. And just ask God to continue to give you strength while you're going through. You know, I don't know your situation. I don't know your journey. We all have different things that we have to go through in life, whether we want to go through it or not. But you know that God may have you in a certain place for a time and a season, and you can't leave until God release you. And one thing about it, you guys, you don't want to get ahead of God. You know, sometimes we may be somewhere and we don't want to be, and we may be like, you know what, forget this. I don't have to put up with this. I'm going to just go on my life. I'm going to move to that next transition. And if God haven't given you the okay to do it, then you may just want to rethink that thing before doing it. You don't never want to do anything outside of the will of God. And although you may feel like you're going through it is in vain, but just know that it's not in vain, because right in that dark spot that you may feel like it's dark, God got light on the other side of the tunnel. And that could be a blessing in that same dark spot that you're in, and you just thinking you just going through it and it's just in vain. Trust me, there's a reward at the end of the tunnel. So just don't give up. Don't give up. You just continue to ask God to help you, give you the strength to change your mindset. And even though sometimes you may be around certain people, certain situations. And like I said, if you know that it's a place where God has you at, but you can't move until he say move, make the best out of it. Find light in the situation, find joy in the situation, and most important, find peace in the situation. Okay, so ladies, you don't have to be the walking dead. There's life in you, and there's life in God. You continue to push, you continue to pray, you continue to push, and you continue to pray, and just know that God will bring you through it. But most important, just know that it's a temporary stop for a major comeback. You ladies have a blessed and productive night tonight, and I look forward to talking to you ladies next week. Bye-bye.